week to UNC. Put up some good results, though. They certainly did, and to play a ranked opponent right off the bat, that's no easy task. You talk about hard schedules, though. Cornell has been in it. Started off their season against plenty of ranked opponents. Now, this is going to be a fun one to watch. Crook for the Crimson taking on Diakomihalis, the number one man at 149, the senior from Rochester, 6-1 this season. Now, this should tell you everything about this kid's college career. He lost his first match of the season against Wisconsin earlier on in the season, and it was only his second collegiate loss ever. He had to go all the way back to his first year in school. That snapped a 75-match win streak, which included 3 NCAA titles for Diakomihalis. He's got Crook on his back. So this is senior versus first year. Jack Crook is already down by 2 the first year from Tampa. He beat a top 20 wrestler, Zach Sherman, against UNC last weekend. So not too afraid of the bright lights, but Diakomihalis is a different beast. You don't just get number one for anything. Already has a takedown. Yianni was wrestling earlier today down at Brown. Earned a tech fall for his 101st victory in a Cornell singlet. 19-2 was the victory against his opponent from Brown to earn that tech fall. And at that point, Cornell was cruising and leaving Brown well in the tracks. Crook starts on bottom. Harvard Co-Athlete of the Week was Jack for that performance against UNC last week. Had a tough go of it, though, earlier today against Binghamton. Just really wasn't able to get into any sort of sync in that 149 bout. Fell to Michael Zarif, 8-3, and scored a couple of points late to keep that one, at least within striking distance. You can just see the sheer power of Diakomihalis. This is a veteran wrestler, a 3-time NCAA champion that's probably just about seen everything when it comes to this in collegiate wrestling, going up against the first year in his 20th college bout ever. Diakomihalis having words with one of our officials as Crook gets back down and set. Probably just hoping to get out of this first period, and if he could keep it at 2-0, I'm sure the first year for Harvard would take it. Just all the little movements from Yianni. So quick. They'll get it back going off the restart. Crook was close. Almost had the escape, but instead the senior gains back control, yanks his right arm around the neck of Crook. He's got a hold of his right leg as well. Jack trying anything and everything just to get loose and survive these last few seconds. Over 2 minutes of riding time racked up by Diakomihalis. Just a different breed. We're not being told for the Crimson that's actually Kenny Herrmann, the sophomore. It is not Jack Crook, the first year, who wrestled earlier today. Switch from the coaching staff. Puts in Kenny Herrmann. So instead it's the sophomore from Coopersburg, Pennsylvania. It's having to deal with the number one man at 149. He's wrestling up a weight class as well. Usually Herrmann is down at 141. He's got some experience to him. Last year, an 8-7 record. Also had 2 technical falls to lead the Crimson. So he can put up some points quickly. But he's going to have to move at a fast pace here. But it does get onto the scoreboard with an escape. But still down now 6-1 after another takedown racked up by Diakomihalis. Of course, this can't be the mentality for anyone going into a bout, and you always want to assume the best, but to even just be able to earn some sort of simple decision against Yianni has to be some sort of small victory. I mean, he's blowing the doors off of folks. A 19-2 victory earlier today in Brown. (13-1) victories earlier, and against Lehigh last weekend, 16-1 during that technical fall. Goes for the legs of Herrmann and wraps around the neck as they grapple near the out-of-bounds territory. Look at the quick footwork from Diakomihalis, sizing up Herrmann and just laying his entire body weight on top of him. Finally, a whistle will come. It's an 8-point deficit now for Herrmann. Really call it 9 with the riding time. So Diakomihalis well on his way to a major decision if he can keep this up. That does it for the second. Herrmann earns a couple of escape points. But so far, so good for Diakomihalis. Just normal business for the senior. Mentioned that loss he had earlier on this season against Wisconsin. That was against number 3 Austin Gomez. He fell 9-3, and it was his first loss since all the way back as a first year, back in the 2017-2018 season. Losing is not really in his blood. Even in high school, Diakomihalis had a win streak that eclipsed the 200 mark. He's got time on the Team USA World Team, picked up a silver medal in Belgrade most recently. He's got the experience. He's got plenty of riding time right now, but is yet to pick up any points in this third period. Herrmann fighting off a takedown so far. Against the 3-time champion. You have to know that's on the mind at some point entering this season for Diakomihalis. How sweet it would be all 4 years at the collegiate level. Go to the NCAAs. Go 4 for 4. Expected up next at the 150 side. 157 marker will be Trevor Tarsi and Cole Handlovich, senior for the Crimson, a sophomore for Cornell, both with records over 500. So we both saw different wrestlers at that weight class earlier today. So we'll have to play that one by ear. Diakomihalis just asserting his dominance with the right leg, pitched over top of Herrmann, tosses him on his back. Still grappling with 10 seconds. Herrmann survives, but Diakomihalis does what he does best. Gets up to 15-2. Not enough for a tech fall, but it's about as close as you can get. Cornell takes it 10-3 after 149.